I'm kind of a slob, and honestly, my family, they're even bigger slobs than I am. So, how do we have a home that's always clean and tidy? It's not magic. It's 10 house rules that we could not live without. Our first family rule is kind of like a two-parter in that every day we eat together as a family, whether my kids want to or not. And then the second part of that is no one's allowed to leave and do whatever they want until the kitchen's clean. So no matter what, it could be like a huge mess, because we made like a three-course meal or we got takeout. It doesn't matter. No one can leave until the kitchen's cleaned up after dinner. And this house rule is life-changing. If you do nothing else, this is the one rule I definitely recommend. It just keeps your kitchen clean all the time, but it also means it's everybody in the household's responsibility. Rule number 2 is never go to bed with a messy kitchen. So even though we always clean up after dinner, we lazy, okay? So we will come down later and just put our glasses here or plates from snacks. I'm one of the worst offenders. I just don't think to put stuff in the dishwasher. So the rule is before we go to bed, we have to clean the kitchen. One last time, just make sure everything's like in the dishwasher or the dishes are washed and everything's tidy before the next day. Both of you load the dishwasher. I'll wash this burnt on. It's not a big deal.
Cups go on the top.
Cups can go on the bottom.
I've never seen a cup on the bottom.
It's fine to put cups on the bottom. Let's do this. Thank you, children. Number 3 is my favorite, and that is the surfaces are hot lava. That means countertops, the top of dressers, everything's hot lava, and sometimes I have to remind my kids of this. Hey, bud, how is school? Wait a minute! This is hot lava. The counter's hot lava. Your backpack is burning. It's melting. The horror. The horror. Thanks, bud. But I take this a step further. Like, this is a weird house rule, okay? I'm just going to share it with you. Do not judge. You might judge, but I'm going to share it with you. It's weird. The walls are also hot lava. So if you touch them, your hand bursts into flames. No, not really, but it's like a pet peeve of mine that people touch the walls. They lean on the walls, especially going up the stairs instead of using the banister. People drag their hands along the wall. I don't know why this bothers me. But this is one of my like weird house rules. I try to remind people not to touch the walls. Not guess. I don't say it to guess. I just internally cringe when they do it. The dog's like, don't touch the wall. The dog's stopping you. Ah! Deep breath. Deep breath. The dog doesn't want you touching him either. That's enough. That's enough. Too far. Too far.
Milo wants to touch the walls too. Come on, Milo.
The dog's freaking out. Okay.
Penny.
She can sense my stress. She can sense my stress. Abby's gonna help me with rule number 4. Rule number 4 is the one that I can enforce the least. Nobody ever listens to me for this rule, but it is, if it takes a minute or less, do it now. And let's talk about some examples of that. Changing the milk bag when it's empty.
That's not me. That's not me.
Good job. Changing the toilet paper
I
roll.
do that. I don't know what you're talking about.
You've never changed a toilet paper roll in your life.
It belongs on the floor.
It doesn't belong.
That's its
See what I'm saying?
home, Mom.
Also,
That's its home.
cleaning the air fryer after you use it, because my kids are making chicken nuggets or pizza pops all day long and it takes 1 second to rinse out the air fryer. My point is, if you can remind and reinforce this, if it takes a minute or less, do it now. This will change your life. But also, I've yet to convince my children of this.
The toilet paper belongs on the floor. It's home.
It's not its home.
It's home. You always say, like, give everything homes. And I did. The floor.
That was clever. That was good. That was good. It goes on the freaking roll, Abby. Okay. Rule number 5 sucks, okay? It's terrible, but it's a load a day keeps the mountain of laundry away, which means every day I have to wash and dry and put away at least 1 load of laundry. And I hate this so much and I never want to do it. But the truth is, if I don't, put away a load a day. Then I have 2 loads tomorrow or 3 loads the next day. So just like take the 5 minutes, man. It's a house rule. Do 1 load a day. This is skibbity toilet, as my son would say. Skibbity, skibbity, Rizzy, Ohio toilets. Rule number 6 is a new one that we've only had the last few weeks, and it was definitely Joe's idea. And we're not sure exactly how we feel about it at this time. We all hate it, let's be honest. We all hate it. But here's the rule. Every day you have to do one nice thing for yourself and one nice thing for somebody else. So Abby's been like, for yourself, what are you doing?
Playing guitar.
You can play guitar and singing. And Milo
Playing with dog.
and that's kind of like something for yourself and for someone else. They've been doing more chores. They're not smiley about it. They're like, I gotta do something nice for you now, Mom. I guess I'll empty the dishwasher. But whatever, it's working. This is a cool rule that you might want to try in your family too. Rule number 7 is so important to me. I feel like this is one of my big ones, and that is never go to bed with a messy bathroom. I just feel like we share bathrooms and also guests share bathrooms, and it's really disrespectful to expect other people to get clean in a space that you've left a mess. Whether that's like toothpaste goobed in the sink and that's where they're gonna clean their teeth or wash their face, or if they're just trying to get ready and there's stuff all over the mirror or you've left your bathroom products all over the place. It's kind of, it feels disrespectful to me. Maybe this is just like a weird neurotic thing, but in this house, nobody goes to bed until the bathrooms are tidy. And this isn't a deep down scrub. It's literally just like getting rid of the gross. Speaking of a clean and tidy bathroom, I have to thank today's video sponsor, Revishelf. Revishelf is the leader in cabinet organization, and if you've ever seen any of those fancy pull-out drawers or those like lazy Susans, basically any cabinet organization, it's probably a Revishelf product. Here in my bathroom, Joe installed 2 of the L-shaped pull-out drawers because my bathroom cabinets were kind of a hot mess. I just needed a spot to toss things in. And so not only are these solid wood, but the pullouts are rated up to 90 pounds, so it's sturdy. Revishelf makes so many cabinet organizers. Honestly, the sky is the limit, and you can fit them into your existing cabinetry, so you don't have to wait for like your dream kitchen remodel to have some really amazing organizing solutions in your cabinets. I'm gonna put a link in the description to a bunch of their products on Amazon, but the truth is they are everywhere. I'll also put a link to their website where you can put in your postal code or you can put in your zip code, and you're gonna see all the different home stores where Revishelf products are available. You definitely wanna check that out. Rule number 8 is reset your bedroom once a week. And we do this every Sunday. I want to be that family that makes their bed every day and cleans their bedroom every day, but that's just not us. It usually is kind of messy. We take the dishes down and the garbage, but every Sunday we do a bedroom reset and we make it perfect. So not only do we make the bed, usually we strip the sheets, but we tidy and we declutter and we straighten and we dust and we just get our bedrooms back to looking perfect 1 day a week. And this is so nice because it means they never really get out of control, but it also means we don't have to worry about it like the other 6 days. Our house rule number 9 keeps our house tidy for sure because every change of season, we do a whole family, whole house declutter. So everybody is in charge in their room and finding things to go. I try to encourage them to fill at least 1 bag or 1 box. We're not like full Marie Kondoing everything, like taking everything out or making a huge mess, but we are being really intentional about having to remove things from our home at the change of every season. We're just getting stuff out because that's really the secret to why we're able to maintain a tidy house all the time. All these rules are important, but the big reason why our house was so messy for so long was it was cluttered. We just had way too much stuff. So when we make it a priority to 4 times a year do just like a big declutter, it makes all the difference. The final house rule is like slightly controversial, which is why I wanted to include it. And that is absolutely no way, under no circumstances, do we ever, ever, never, ever wear shoes in the house. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, but also, here's the thing, no one in Canada does. You don't wear shoes in like neighbors' houses or friends' houses, even if delivery people or workers are like doing construction on your house, they're not wearing their shoes. They're like covering them. It's a thing here, but fun fact, Milo, 90% of the world wears their shoes in the house.
That's weird. Doesn't it get dirty?
But they think it's weird to take your shoes off and just walk around in your bare feet like this. So, like, it's a
Weird.
cultural thing? I don't know. For us here in Canada, it's like the biggest no-no. It's like the number one house rule that every single person has. I'm curious. We're curious. He's super curious.
Super curious.
In the comments below where you live, if you leave your shoes on or if you take them off. We take them off at the door, which is why it's a hot mess sandwich in here. I hope you enjoyed these 10 house rules. They're literally so life-changing, but I wanted to tell you about my really exciting news. I am launching a 30-day decluttering challenge, and it is 100% free. No gimmicks, no like little upsells, just literally me spending every day with you for just 5 minutes, and we only have to find 5 things to go. So I've simplified decluttering. This is fun and easy and literally fail proof. So click the link in the description. Make sure that you sign up for that right now because it starts September 1st and you don't want to miss this. Thank you guys so much for those of you who have stayed to the end. I thought I'd share some strange house rules with you. I read some online, but first I want to share mine that I had growing up that was really weird, and that is if somebody ever stops by unannounced, like you didn't know company was coming over, you were not allowed to answer the door. In fact, you had to hide. So if we saw like a car pulling up the driveway, my mom would yell, "Hit the deck!" And we'd all drop to our knees and we'd like crawl down and hide in a dark room until the company left. And sometimes like we didn't lock our doors and it would be family or neighbors and they'd be like, "Hello, is anyone here?" Because our cars were in the driveway and we lived in the country. Obviously we were home, but we would just have to be quiet and hide till they left. So I thought that was a strange house rule. But then I also found a bunch of strange house rules online, and I want to read some of them to you. This person says the weirdest thing that they remember is they had a friend's house who had like a nobody laughs at farts rule. So they thought that this was weird because they came from like a fart positive family, you know, where everybody is like, it's okay, it's hilarious. Do you know how hard it was for me to stifle my laughter when my friend's mom ripped huge farts and everyone just acted like nothing happened? I mean, is that a house rule? A no laughing at farts? I don't know. Let me know in the comments below. Let's read the next one. This is supposed to be house rules, but this isn't a rule, but I do find this weird. Somebody said when they were in elementary school, their best friend's family only cleaned the house twice a year, and they did it by opening up the front and the back door and just hosing everything off, like with a garden hose. That's how they cleaned their house. And then they were like, this is so appalling. Everything would be soaked, even the solid oak floors. It's beyond words. And this person couldn't tell their mom or they wouldn't be able to see their friend anymore. I think that's kind of harsh. I mean, you do you, boo, but it's weird. Okay, this house rule is bonkers. I just read it. When this person was 12 years old, they went to a new friend's house, but before they could enter the house, the parents had to check them for head lice. So the house rule was before anyone can enter the house, they have to be checked for head lice. So they like sit on the ground while the parents inspect their head before they can play. I mean, I guess I get it if you're terrified of lice, but that's like a really weird house rule. My goal is to get through this last house rule without gagging. Okay, listen, I read this years ago online and it's like haunted me ever since, okay? The house rule that they had was that when you're done with your cereal, you pour the leftover milk back in a jug, and that's the cereal milk. And so somebody went to a sleepover and they were eating cereal in the morning. I'm okay. And they were like, "It tastes funny, it tastes kind of sweet." And the mom was like, "That's because that's our cereal milk." And they thought like maybe cereal milk was some kind of special milk that you buy, but no, friends, it's like Sorry about that. No, it's not special milk. It is the milk that everyone's been pouring back into a jug out of the bowl and then just continuing to use on their cereal. Hey, I got through that without gagging. Woo for the win! Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. I'm curious if you have a strange house rule or you had one growing up. Let me know in the comments below. I am gonna pick up this. Look, the floor's hot lava. This is hot lava. I just shove it in a drawer. This is so fun filming with you guys. I'm loving every minute of it. Okay.
It's the lava.
Not like, you know, it's metaphorical hot lava.
Feet all over the lava.
Could you come down if he had his shoes on? Wouldn't it be dirtier?
Hi, Bochecas. Yo, he got back. Come on.
Okay.
You're redoing this?
Oh yeah, from the top.
Mine was just normal. Look at him.
I did. That was my bad. Okay. Here we go. Smiles. Okay, here we go. Guys, please, let's get through this. I'm tired.
Me too. I want chicken nuggets.
Why did I say we would film this with you? Okay, here we go. Okay. Good, nice. Is that what's that called? The sprinkler, right. I'm cool. I'm hip.